welcome. This is Felicia Day, and this is my podcast. It is 2023, 2023. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So it is a great day. I am excited to just start a new year with absolutely no resolutions whatsoever. 0 resolutions. This is the first year I've not really cared, I think. I think, last year I had loose things, but I'm literally treating this like another day. I don't know if that's a good thing, but since I've always been kind of a little too aggressive with my goals, I'm just like, you know what? Get to a new thing when you get to it. It doesn't need to be this day. I did buy an elliptical machine, and I'll tell you why. I had a great time shooting an independent movie last month. It was wonderful because I went the whole year almost not doing a lot of on-camera acting. I did tons of hosting. I did voiceover. I did podcasts. I did writing. I did streaming. I did so much stuff, and yet I did like one short in the summer, and that was it. And I kind of, I know that if you've listened to my podcast, I flirted with like, do I want to go back? Do I want to? And then suddenly I get these offers to do a television show, and literally on top of that, I got to do an indie movie. And I had such a good time, y'all. And it was like I will say that was the first time I really acted a lot when I've been on Lexapro. And it was like, whoa, I can function. I can do the work that I put in without being panicked when the cameras go. I had such a wonderful time being on set with really inspirational people, learning from other actors. Just being another person was really fun. And it's literally my first thing next week once I get finished with all this catching up from, the stuff I put off for the holidays. I'm going to be interviewing some people, see if I can get some, reps to represent me for on camera. And I'm really excited about it. I know I've said that a lot, but I'm actually mean it and want it right now versus like saying it because I don't know why. I'm just putting in the ether to see if it happens. But anyway, I'm excited about it. And it was really just inspired by it's not like I don't like acting. It's just the grind of acting and auditioning and all that. But, that's what the business is. So you got to put up with that to get the good stuff at the end. I'm doing great on that. And I was in Spokane, Washington doing this indie film. Super fun, super low budget, super great. Wonderful people. So professional. And I was kind of stuck there for 4 days because scheduling was so weird. Thank goodness they were able to work with my schedule. But I had to go up and shoot several days. And then there was 4 days off. And then I had another day. But I couldn't go home because there was so much snow. I want to shout out anybody who lives in a snow area. I could not do what you do. I was in a hotel room, a beautiful hotel room for 4 days, huge window out onto the snowy, gray, grim landscape of downtown Spokane, and I don't know if it's seasonal affective disorder. The color palette of grays and whites and drab blues, it brings me down, y'all. And it got dark at 4 p.m. Thank goodness I had so much work to do remote, which was awesome. And it was the longest I've been away from my kid, not like working. 4 whole days to myself. I did work the whole time, but I did play video games. I did read a bunch of books. And I was so bored, I was like, well, I'll go to the hotel gym and I'll work out half hour in the morning and a half hour after dinner. And wow. It was, I haven't felt physically and mentally that good in quite a while. And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't just be completely sedentary. Maybe I should just move my body a little bit more. And I've been thinking about it so many ways to try to do it. And I was like, oh, I'll drop my kid off. I'll join this gym. And then I'll go there. But I'm like, well, I won't do it on some days. What if the kid's not going to school? What about the weekends? I'm not going to drive to the gym. And I just know this about me now. I am at capacity. I got the kid who is my main focus when she's not in school. We just got a dog over the holidays, Sarah Lavender. If you check my Instagram, you will know that several days before Christmas, we went to the West LA shelter. We looked at all the dogs. Calliope picked out this one. She is a big dog. I don't know what kind she is. She kind of looks like Scooby-Doo. She's just like the muddiest dog. And she's lovely, but it's been quite an adjustment to try to get her trained and house trained. She had to be fixed. So she had a cone around her head. She won't eat anything. She has diarrhea. She runs off with my shoe. She eats my croissant when I'm not looking, farting, classic dog behavior. So and we have a cat, trying to get the cat and the dog to get along. Things are good, but it's been 10 days now. And I just feel like, wow, did I have another child? A little bit. So all that said is that I need to minimize the friction in my life. And I need to really prioritize what I'm doing. And I need to not add anything. In fact, I'm spending the next couple of months cutting things out. It's going to be an existence of attrition because, and I know this about myself, if I get any downtime whatsoever between projects, I will just pile on huge projects that require monumental work. And they'll be completely different from what I'm doing in any other area. And then I'll feel overwhelmed and then I will neglect them because I'm not putting enough time into them. And it's just the cycle is over and over and over again. And now I feel like, especially since, COVID, I know myself better. I know what I want to be doing and what I am. I know what I want to put my time into and be better at versus like I'm doing busy work and I'm saying yes to everything that everyone asks me to. And so, yeah, it's good. So I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to chill it out. And so I bought the elliptical because I was like, okay, the price of a trainer for 2 months last year was X amount. The price of a monthly gym will be this amount. And I'm like, it takes total sense for you just to get it. You have the space. I cleared the space out. It makes sense. I need to help myself help myself. So I'm very excited. I'll get in 2 days and, let's just see what happens. The good thing is when I'm at my computer, either my writing computer or my streaming computer, I will be able to see the elliptical guilting me. And I'll be like, hey, that's money that you spent. You got to get on that thing. Also, for Christmas, my one big thing I got was an Apple Watch. And I'm not a watch wearer. And I was making fun of them for years. And I absolutely love it now. It's really great. The best feature on it is that you could tap it and find where your phone is. That is number one. And then it also has a lot of exercise goals. So, standing goals, exercise goals, steps goals, all of that. So anyway, what I'm excited about is just helping myself without piling on the mental things that'll take my mental bandwidth. I'm rewriting and doing edits on a couple of projects now that I worked on all last year. And I'm really satisfied with them and I'm feeling very fulfilled. And I already have one project that I want to work on. And I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, but I have been meaning to write a fiction book, a novel, for so long. I tried to do NaNoWriMo 2 years in a row, same project I was trying to do. I started writing it. I got like 3 chapters in. And then I saw on Amazon that someone just made a movie this last year, 2022, about the exact same thing. And it was horribly reviewed. And I was like, oh, okay. So this has been done in this area and I don't need to write them out. And once I did that, I was like, oh, good. You don't have to write that novel, which is probably good because it means that I didn't have a burning desire to do it. It was just a good idea, I thought. And so taking that off the plate, I have like one project I'm absolutely focusing on. I have notes, so many notes on it. And I'm just like, okay, you got to do this. So it's kind of good. When I was really at the height of Geek at Sundry and I just wanted to stop everything because I was just mentally in a horrible place, I would just fantasize about like having my face smashed in so and this is horrible, but I would fantasize about that, my face just getting horribly disfigured so I wouldn't have to do things, and that's a terrible, I should have stopped everything at that point, but it is what it is. So I don't know. Whatever. So I'm excited about doing the things that are healthy and proceeding in a way that I know that I'm using my time well. And I'm spending some of it on me. Honestly, since my kid was born, those 4 days in that hotel room, I have not had time to just sort of like, I'm just going to read a book at 2 p.m. Or I'm going to go for a walk. Even though walking it's literally taking your life in your hands when there's snow out there. I slipped 3-4 times, y'all. I don't know why everyone doesn't have broken limbs. So, yeah, it's all good. creatively, I'm really happy and I have direction. And it's almost weird to be like, I'm content with where I am right now. And I have plans to fill this year up with several things, but not too many. On the convention note, I don't have any booked this year. I know I have Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf is a supernatural convention in Dusseldorf. I'm definitely doing that. Other than that, I don't really have any. I have some plans, so I will let you know. I'm definitely doing San Diego Comic-Con, so I have two. And I'm hoping not to add too many more, but I'm really excited to just kind of get out there and just be on the road and travel a little bit. It'll be really fun. Um, and all that. I don't know what else to say. That's my life. I've been cleaning my closets. I've just been, and my social media life is very boring right now. If you see that I haven't updated very much at all. And it's because I'm just not interested in sharing anything. And this Twitter thing, I think I talked about this last time. It's like just the Twitter thing has reminded me of like, oh, this is transient. And I am literally giving my lifeblood, the time in my life, which is my life, to a platform that some a-hole can come in and just ruin. And I'm like, yeah, that's part of my job. I do get jobs because of my social media following. But at the same time, I'm just not in the mood right now. So I hope I get into the mood, but I'm not. I'm just in a mood to like not share a lot and just be in my kitchen. And I cooked so much over the holidays. Oh boy. I got so wild on this on Christmas. I woke up now I was also had a cold for like a 10-day cold again. And on Christmas I woke up at 7 a.m. and I started cooking and I cooked, no joke, I cooked for 12 hours. And I was so delusional by the end of the day. I fell on the couch and I think I fell asleep at like 6:30 on the couch until the dog farted on me. So yeah, it's just a weird. So I really settled down and domesticated myself, and it was a really good feeling. I spent a lot of time with my kid, and I just enjoy her and I enjoy my Discord, and that's it. I enjoy speaking to a microphone by myself. I understand that these aren't I'm not aiming for the stars, but at the end of the day, why do anything if we're not doing it to be happy, right? Or help others. So yeah, all good. Let's see. What did I enjoy over the holiday? I did read a ton of books. Oh boy. I read a ton of books. So that's kind of what I did. So my brother visited during Thanksgiving. And when we play, I uploaded the Geeks Book Club. We read Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. And FYI for January, our book is Madly Deeply, The Diaries of Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman, the incredible actor. I'm excited to read a nonfiction biography. That'd be really exciting for me. And also terrifying because, wow, would I not want my diary shown to anyone ever? But whatever. And so my brother got me I was into lit RPG. Then I got out of, I read some. I recorded one last year. Then I kind of got out of it. Then somebody made me, said, it was Ryan, I think, Dungeon Crawler Carl, which we read. And I loved, if you want to read like probably the best lit RPG book, it's that one and that series. There's 6 of them in there, or 5. And then I just decided to read 25 books. And I am not exaggerating. I read 25 books. And I'm not reading them profoundly. I don't think I can remember most of them. They are just so, and they're mostly serialized, and they're just people writing off the cuff, and a lot isn't planned, and that's what I like about it. It's just better than TV, man. I'm just zoning out reading book after book after book after book after book after book. A lot of these books have like 8 in their series already, and some of them are single. So I will recommend my favorites. There is a series called The Primal Hunter by a person named Zogarth. Most of them use like fake handles for their author titles. And that one, I will say that the lead actor the lead character is kind of maybe a sociopath. It's kind of uncomfortable, but he gets better as you get through the books. I think there's 5 or 6. And I really enjoyed it. And the analytics of it, like the power-ups and the class and stuff, I highly recommend. And, he's not murdering people for fun, but it is like hunting for fun, which I could never get in the mindset of. But like, if you really think about what we do in video games, yeah, it is that. And just kind of, it's very interesting. I also read My other favorite one is Azarinth Healer by Rhaegar. Another one, it's like share, one name. I just am finishing that one. I think there's only one in the series, and it's really good, and I can't wait for the next one. Dungeon Devotee by J.P. Valentine also was excellent. I loved it. Really well written. I'm reading one called Unsouled by Will Wight, which is more like martial arty without all the game stats, but I really like that one. I've read a couple very funny ones. Battle Mage Farmer by Seth Ring, which is like this OP guy goes and decides to become a farmer. It's kind of like, all of these are about a person becoming a god, really. Yeah, it's just like video games. I'm becoming super powerful. It really, I don't know why. I love it. I love looking at the stats. And also there's the one that I've been reading. The other one I'm reading right now is called Cleaver's Edge by Actus. And it's about an orc chef. Y'all, it's popcorn for the brain, and I highly recommend it. So, if you're getting into the lit RPG, definitely check out Rule of Cool, which I read the audiobook for, and it's actually very, very funny. And it's from the perspective of an NPC-ish character in a gaming world, which is cool. And the wonderful thing is there's all these variations of these. Like, I read one called, what was it called? The Crafting of Chess by Kit Falbo, and it's about a kid who's playing VR, So, like, there's all these variants in the kind of games people are in, the angle, whether it's real or it's not real. A lot of them are just like, oh, dude is transported to a video game. How does it work? And some of them are good, some of them are not so good. But in the end of the day, I just want to read books. And it was really fun it would be very fun to skim. For TV, let's see. The Witcher, Blood Omen, definitely check out Undressing Podcast with Tom Lank. We did an hour and a half on the first episode of that. We also finished The Sandman, so if you're interested in that, we did all 11 episodes. My kid has been obsessed with Mira, Royal Detective, so she's her favorite princess, y'all. And I kind of love it because Mira actually does stuff, and she solves problems, and it's very sweet and super, very in-depth in the portrayal of the culture. Clearly, they took it really seriously, the details. And I don't know how to test the authenticity of it, but it feels like the details are wonderful, and it's really just a fun show. So if you have a kid, definitely check it out. And then, of course, you got to have your trashy food show. I have been watching The Big Brunch on HBO Max, and it's so dumb fun, guys. It's just people cooking brunch and people judging them for it. I like the first episode is a little weird, the editing, but I just like people making brunch. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? I do not know what our next show for Undressing will be. Somebody in the chat while they're listening to this live. If you're a Geeks member, you can come and listen live. Last of Us will be a wonderful one to undress. Although I'm going to see a lot of friends in that, I think. A lot of my friends are acting in that show, so we'll see. Also, if you want to watch me on screen, I am in Monster High. I'm playing Ghoulia. I have a lot of episodes, and I'm excited for them getting picked up. Hopefully I get another a couple of episodes in that. And I'm pretty excited about all of that. And Last of Us. Yeah, it seems like a really good one for us to undress. The Great is also one I kind of want to undress. And for personally, the next two shows I want to watch are Bear, or The Bear. Is it Bear? The one about the chef on FX. And I never watched Severance, which I feel like I am really behind in not watching Severance. So, all good. That's really it, y'all. I don't have any questions because I didn't put a survey out for anything. And I just want to start I need to kind of of course I need to rethink how this podcast is working. It's really fun to rant by myself, but I have a lot more fun doing Undressing with Tom. But, let me know in the comments if there's anything. I tried to kind of beef up this podcast last year with interviews and stuff, and it's just a lot of work on top of all the other things I do. And so this is the easiest way for me to even do this once a month, and it's going to unload. Next time I will actually ask people to throw in some questions. Please send them to me. You can post them on the Discord with hashtag felicitations, or you could just @ them on Twitter. I'm still on Twitter. And I'm trying to update on Post and Hive and all these. Mastodon I have not checked in. I think I just got broken. Listen, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still keep up my Discord. I don't know how much I'd keep up the other platforms. Because, I mean, Twitter's my favorite because it was writing, you know? And so I think that's it. If Instagram went if Elon had bought Instagram or any other one, I'd be like, it's fine. I could just not care about this one as much. But Twitter, like, that was my OG one. I was one of the first entertainers on that platform. I love writing. I love seeing other people's clever writing. I love meeting people on there. I love finding out about people on Twitter. It's not so much for me on Instagram. Instagram is all about your appearance. And while I do have colleagues and friends who, I don't know, I guess they hire photographers all the time to take pictures of themselves, I'm not in that place right now. I'm not 100% happy with my body right now and the shape that I'm in and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's not my interest to be like, oh yeah, this week I want to have a photo shoot. I can't wait to have somebody do my hair and pose in front of a camera. Maybe I'll get back there. I was never that person anyway. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this. It was more like, oh, this is this is me just kind of doing my thing. But now that I kind of added that, I'm just like, I'm not interested in it. I mean, I haven't combed my hair in a couple days. Like, that's not good. I did reorganize my closet and it's beautiful. And yet I wore the same Lululemons and same t-shirt for 3 days. That's not pointing to a good direction of self-love and being proud of my appearance. So kind of hoping the whole exercise routine will help me kind of like just be more in touch with my body and not even just a weight thing. It's just like a strength thing. I had such a bad back injury last year that just kind of was like constantly nagging me and preventing me from kind of doing a lot. So, I think I'm still in that mindset. And so it's all good. I hope everybody here is just having some really positive thoughts for 2023. It's been rough. And it just feels like last year was like a year of stops and starts. And we never know what the future is going to be. But I just hope that all the lessons that we take from it are just pointing us in the right direction and be a lot more ruthless with our time and bandwidth and our love and attention. So I'm going to pull one tarot card here. I do tarot card readings for people and geeks the second Tuesday. We're going to be doing those next week. The crowd is very excitable, and I do insult a lot of people with my weird card pulls, but I'm going to pull one card just to represent 2023. I don't know if it's mine. If it's a coffin card or a really crappy one, I'll just say it's just for me. But yeah. I'm just excited. I clean. Well, it was a good year last year. I started to turn the tide. I got my Invisalign. I cleaned out my office. I got a new car. I got a lot of just like things. It was kind of a shedding of a skin, kind of like a snake. And I noticed that every 5 years or something, I do this and I really kind of change directions, or I really just my brain just has a different mindset. And so I think that right now I'm going through that and I feel super confident. All right, here's the card. Here's the card, y'all. All right, it doesn't look good. I'm going to say this is for me only, all right? I don't even know what this card is. It is, let me look it up. I got to Google. It's a rat, okay? It's a cups. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh no, I'm Googling 4 of cups. Oh no. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. The 4 of cups. This is interesting. Okay. It was reverse. It was a reverse. I promise this. So this is actually not so bad. I'm going to read this from Labyrinthos, which is a great website. Okay. You may suffer from apathy and ignorance. While in the upright 4 of cups, you may be suffering from apathy and ignore the opportunities that the universe offers you. The reversed 4 of cups signals the desire to have a new start. The sudden awareness of the transient beauty of life may strike you now, while previously you may have been too deeply disconnected from yourself to see it. What? You are coming to the understanding that though life is not perfect, there is beauty in it, And joy comes from choosing to see this beauty. Embrace new ideas, new people, and places because you never know where these adventures can take you. Many may miss these chances because they are too confined in their own beliefs and ambitions. Wow, y'all, this is actually super appropriate for what I was just saying. So the reversed love meaning is being more active in love or a new understanding of love. The reversed Four of Cups career meaning means new inspiration or creativity, realizations, adjustments. And the reverse finances means positive approach to finances and the willpower to achieve your goals. This is kind of what I was just talking about, y'all. What? What? This is very exciting. And here, when I turned over a creepy rat on some cups, I thought, oh no, this is terrible. And it was upside down. And I was actually scared about that. I was like, well, I'm not going to pay attention to it. But it was reversed. All right. No rat poops in cups because the cups are upside down. They're dropping the rat poop into the sky. All right. Well, there we go. So I hope that we can all take inspiration from that because it was kind of exactly what I was thinking about 2023. And let's all just be on new pathways, be open to new things, try new things because we never know where they'll take us. And with that note, have a great day. I'm going to go play some video games. All right. Bye.